This video is sponsored by New Vet Labs. New Vet Labs provides your pet with products that are completely safe, nutrient-rich, and formulated to strengthen the immune system, helping to give your pet many healthy years of life. Click the link in the description below or call the number shown and use order code 30690 and save up to 15% when you go on auto ship. New Vet Labs, your pet's best friend.
Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out another one of our videos. In this video, we're going to feature the lovely Hudson. He's an adorable little Cavalier Spaniel. And those of you who may own a Cavalier Spaniel or are a groomer and work on Cavalier Spaniels know that they tend to suffer from that big floppy-eared syndrome. They have that big ear flap with a lot of hair growth, Hudson in particular here. But in this video, we're going to show you how to maybe make that more manageable. We're going to brush the ear out and taper down some of that hair. Please like if you enjoy the content of this video, and if you're new, subscribe. So with no further ado, let's check out Hudson. Okay guys, so the biggest challenge here is that we have all this hair, and to be honest with you, Hudson's not crazy about it, and that's why we want to do this. We want to kind of taper this down to make it easier for the owners to brush out and maintain. But here, you know, you got all this matting here, and again, the challenge here is to clear all this hair out without cutting him or nicking him in any way. And always remember, you have that little piece of skin by the ear here. We have to kind of find where it is, but what we're going to do is we're going to do it in parts, and we're going to do it slowly. I don't want to just go right at it with a 10 blade. So what I'd rather do is almost like clearing out the forest a little bit and just getting a better visual as to where things are. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a snap-on comb and just start to slowly get some of that hair out of the way. And just come down the flap here like this. And the reason why this is safer is because the snap-on comb is just keeping that blade away from the skin, and then we can get closer as we clear things out, and we can get a better visual of what's going on. Okay, buddy. Good boy, Hudson. There's a lot of matting behind the ear here, so we're going to have to get our 10 blade back in there. Just kind of coming right up, skinning all this off. Again, we're just kind of clearing out just so that we could see better as to what's going on. It's okay, buddy. Good boy. There we go. Okay, so we got a little fold here of skin, and like right here. So here's that fold of skin. So we want to be really careful. Believe it or not, this looks like hair here, but this is actually a flap of skin. So I have to be really, really careful with that area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of stay away from that for the time being. But what we do have to do is we have to get our 10 blade back in here because there's a lot of matting behind the ear. So we're gonna get rid of that. Okay, now we're using our 10 blade. You know, this little matting here, it's all connected to the ear. Again, with these calves, there's just so much ear. So we really want to focus on this. I'm going to fold them up like this and get a little on the inside. Again, that flap is right there, so just make note of that. It's where you just really have to know your dogs. And all dogs are individuals too. You may not have this on another Cavalier, but like I said, in particular, Hudson has a lot of hair growth on his ear. What I'm doing too is I'm supporting the ear with my left hand. So anytime like I put the clippers on, the back of my hand is supporting that ear, so I have something to press up against like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is being that we have that ear flap, I don't want to hit that with the 10 blade. 10 blade is probably our safest blade that we use, but even a 10 blade will go ahead and cut that skin very, very easily. So I'm gonna put my snap-on comb back on and do it with that. These snap-on combs are made by Andis. They're really good combs. They're fairly inexpensive. You get like I think 10 of them for like maybe $15. You can go on Amazon, check that out. Okay, Bubba. There we go. And again, what the snap-on comb's doing is it's keeping that blade away from the skin. There you go, buddy. Okay, so now that we've cleared that out, now we get a better visual of what's going on. We could just see more clearly as to exactly where his ear flap is. And again, you could just, it's very, very long, like the end of his ear is all the way over here. So even when we're scissoring this up, we want to be very, very careful as to where that ear flap is. And again, just know your dogs and kind of know your breeds. Okay, so even prior to doing the brush, I'm not even going to hit it with the brush yet. I'm just going to kind of start scissoring around and creating our little ear, just like that. And right here, you have to be real, real careful. You just know where your ear flap is. And this is just more of a maintenance thing because Hudson's ears tend to mat up. So that's what we want to avoid. We want this to be more of a maintenance cut for him so that he doesn't get those matted ears anymore. And plus, by clearing all this out, it's going to help keep the ear clean too. Notice what I'm doing here with my thumb and my index finger. As always, just know where the end of that ear flap is. You know, just feel it, so you know where you're cutting. Good boy, Hudson. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start brushing that out, get the rest out. And the reason why we're brushing out last is because we may as well let the clipper do the work here and get most of that knotting and the undercoat of the ear out. It just saves the brushing time and it saves all that tugging. There's no pulling, so again, it's just easier on the dog. You know, this is where that mat was behind the ear. Just kind of hit that a little bit. And I'm actually using his body here as a little bit of a platform to kind of press up against, you know. And then when I'm doing the outer part of the ear, again, just using your hand. Your left hand is so important. Now that that's done, you see all this wispy hair, just kind of go over that again with the scissors. Just like that. I like using the curved scissors with this. Again, you just get that roundness. Okay guys, we're gonna do the same thing on this right ear here. We're gonna get him in the tub and then we're just gonna finish him up. Good boy, Hudson. Good boy, buddy. Good boy. Okay guys, so we went ahead and finished this right ear and we're just going to show you how we did it on his left ear. But again guys, this is just more of like a maintenance clip. Hudson tends to get a lot of hair growth and matting on the ear, so by request of the owner, they just wanted a really short maintenance clip just to avoid any matting. But we're going to show you how we did it on this left ear now. Okay guys, so again, what we wanted to do was we wanted to just kind of clear everything out because now we have a better view of what's entailed here. here. We could see more, so the more you can see as a groomer, the less you're going to have accidents. And again, that ear flap there, we really have to be careful with that piece of skin right there. But it's best to take the time, use your snap-on combs, take that extra step as far as safety is concerned. Like, again, if we just went right at it with the 10 blade, a lot of times you will nick the dog, and it's happened to me before, and that's why I try to approach things very, very slowly with this. But now that everything's cleared out, now we can see better as to where we want to get our 10 blade going. So now we can get in there a little better. Oh boy, Hudson. It's okay, buddy. Okay. And now we could kind of skim all this off. You know, here's that flap right there, so I don't really want to... It's okay, Bubba. Come here. See, Hudson, he's not crazy about his ears being done. That's why they want this shorter maintenance clip, because they really struggle to brush it all out. He really doesn't let them too well, so that's the whole purpose behind this video, is to make it easier on him. Remember, we had those mats in the back, so it's kind of using my finger here, get back there. Good boy, buddy. It's okay, Hudson, come here. Just a lot safer. You know, last thing you want to do is come this way, because again, that ear flaps right, and he's very sensitive about it. You see him just touching him, he's just pulling away. As he knows, he feels that. He doesn't want me anywhere near it, so we're gonna, you know, be cautious of that. Be very, very cautious. All right, I'm gonna go over top of the ear with the snap-on comb. This is a number 4 snap-on comb. We used the 3 earlier, but now we're just kind of go over them with the 4. And I'm just gonna support the flap, come right down his ear. Like that. And his ear. It's okay, Bubba. Boy. Good boy, Hudson. It's okay, Bubba. Want to be careful, really. You want to be really careful right here, too, due to the fact that that skin kind of folds outward, and you don't want to catch that skin in the clipper either. And don't get me wrong, guys, even with the snap-on comb, you still have to be very, very careful, because you know the ear flap can get wedged in between that snap-on comb. So be careful. Make sure your comb is always flush. You know, always flush. Okay, so now we're just going to kind of get our scissors going here and finish this ear up. And again, we're just kind of going to comb through like this and make sure of our ear flap, and just going to follow right up and round up to where I could take it like that. See, now that comb's just going right through, and they won't have to worry about this for a while. It's the great thing about a maintenance haircut, is that, you know, you just don't have to worry about it. Just like you and I getting a nice short do, and you don't want to have to worry about your hair. Oh boy, Hudson. All right, so I'm just going to comb this forward like that. And really what we're trying to achieve is just get these wispies out of the way, all these wispy hairs at the end. And again, I'm just holding the end of the ear flap there. Good boy, Bubba. You're so sweet. You are such a good dog. Good boy. What a good boy. Look at that. With this kind of cut too, what it's going to do is going to help keep that ear clean. It's going to let it breathe. Cockers tend to have all those ear problems simply because all that hair just traps all that moisture in there. But like this, you know, all that hair is gone, so that ear's going to be able to breathe again, and it's just going to be much easier to get in there and clean it too if they have to clean it at home. Just want to even it out a little more. Good boy. Okay guys, that about sums it up. Give it up for Hudson, just being such a good dog through all that. He's going to feel a lot better. And you can look at those ears. It doesn't matter what you do to this dog, he's just always going to look cute. But again, this is just a maintenance cut, nice and short. This is the way they like it. This is the way Hudson likes it, actually. He just loves not having all that hair on his ears. Guys, smash that like button. It's the best way to support our channel. You'll find all of our social media links in the description below. And as always, on behalf of Anthony and I and Hudson here, thanks for checking us out, guys. Good boy, buddy.